The first ever birthday has just happened inside of Grow a Garden. And as you can see right here by Eloise's stand, if you go ahead and interact with her, you will come to notice that the shop looks very, very normal from what it already was. But however, her stand is different, and at the bottom of my screen, it says birthday for Eloise today. Feed them cake to get a reward. Cake is actually one of the things that you can feed NPCs. I believe I do have it unlocked, and as you can see, there is a lot of recipes that I have for it here. So we need something to give it an icing, the bread, the filling, as well as the fruit, and this should be very easy to do. So one of the first steps, actually, I should probably look at it again, is we need a sugar apple. I should have a sugar apple in my garden somewhere all the way in the back right here. Yes, we got a brain rot sugar apple. Let's go. And I'm gonna just place in one of my cauldrons. It really doesn't matter which one you place it in, but you want to make sure they all go in the same one. And in case you're wondering how I got two, I mean, literally just go to the cosmetic shop and it's probably right here for you, and it'll be for like 1 million shekels. It's very easy to get. But the next thing we need for this birthday is a banana or a corn. And I actually think I might have corn over a banana. Yes, I definitely have corn. So here's the corn. Let's place it into the cook pot. And then we need the next recipe, which I believe is the filling. Yes. Okay, for this one, you can also go and throw in another sugar apple. Now, the one thing I'm not sure about is whether or not this sugar apple, it does like have a problem since I already put it as an icing. So instead, it does have the cocoa mango option, which then I am just gonna go and pick the cocoa mango, because in case you don't know, I do have one of these. All right, where was my cauldron? Wait, am I placing my stuff in the... Okay, no, they're all going into the same thing. Good. I gotta make sure I do this right, bro. And then for the last one, we either need grape, avocado, another sugar apple, tomato, which I definitely have, so let's just get that. And this is actually super easy to make. There is so many recipes for it. Here, I'll just go ahead and scroll it for you guys in case you're wondering what are some possibilities in case you have not unlocked it. But yes, as you can see, lots of options for every category except bread. Alright, bro, where is my tomatoes? And there it is. This is the last and fourth recipe you need. And then you literally just cook this for 5 minutes, and then we can get some really cool rewards from this. And in case you guys couldn't tell, I am still sick. So if you subscribe, I might feel better. So please go ahead, subscribe. I've been literally sick for like a whole week now. But believe it or not, there is a lot of things that you can do in the meantime to help this process out. In case you don't know, in the newest update, they introduced something that allows you to speed up your cooking time. So in case you're like at the end of this birthday, which by the way, every single day inside the game lasts for like 6-ish hours. But if we go on ahead and check this thing, I believe it's in the fall cosmetics. Nope, it's inside the fall gears. And if we scroll down, you'll see this bonfire right here, which you can place down to give a temporary boost for cooking and fall related pets. So if your pets want a boost, this will help you. And if your pets give a boost to the cauldron, well, that's even better. But I am going to go ahead and just buy one of these. Now, I definitely do not recommend you waste 259 Robux for this, because this is commonly in stock if you do have it unlocked. But here we go. We're going to go to our garden and we're going to just place the bonfire right there. And this should be speeding up our cooking timer as well as actually making our pets better, which is going to be just very good overall. In the meantime, in case you guys haven't watched my tipped videos, I do commonly say to feed your pets, which is, I think, super important. And we're going to go ahead quickly do that because you'll see later why we will need that. But here we go. Let's just get a bunch of fruits with just some random mutations. And then you just go ahead, click the feed button on literally every single thing, bro. And it'll probably fill up for like full hunger. If not, you can just feed it one more. Okay, I actually need like a little bit more. Some things did not feed fully. So there we go. Now that is everything fed. Or actually, we need one more. But just give me one of these sun bulbs. Look, this is literally an uncommon rarity of a thing. So it's super easy to get. And it's going to give it full hunger just because it has multiple mutations. So it doesn't really matter what plant you use. Just one with a bunch of mutations. Now, in case you don't know, just because it is Eloise's birthday does not mean the other NPCs don't have a birthday. Actually, every single NPC inside of the game, excluding the one that's in the event, have a birthday. At the moment, Eloise is, or Elise, whatever you want to call her, I'm going to just call her Elle. But Elle is the only one that actually has a birthday inside of the game right now. And when you feed her this cake, you get a bunch of rewards for it. So, come on, 1 minute and 50 seconds till this is done. Hurry up. And after we feed Elle, we are going to show you guys every single possible reward you can get from all of the other NPCs in the game. In the meantime, something I also want to do while we wait like 1 more minute is get like 4 sugar apples, because what I want to do is actually feed it to Sam over there, so that way we can unlock his better tier shops, as well as feeding one of the sugar apples, which I'm gonna make another one, but over to that guy who has the gear shop. You want to constantly making sure you're feeding these NPCs, so that way you know, in case the devs add anything new, especially to like the tier 2 shops, because that's probably going to be the focus of the next update. You just want to make sure you have everything unlocked and are ready for them. Who knows, they might also give some more rewards. I don't think so, but the developers might just throw in something. All right, bro, 20 seconds. I'm gonna be honest, this bonfire has not been cooking too much, but you know what I can do actually is go to my 3rd save slot here, or actually that is the full slot. But I was going to say I could throw down my Gorilla Chef, because this guy does speed up the stuff. He goes on it and speeds it up. Now, it is done, so you're a little late, buddy. But there we go. As you can see, we got a prismatic cake. Bro, I'm going to be honest. This cake genuinely looks like something for your birthday, bro, just because of the brain rot mutation on it. But let's go on ahead and take this to Elle and feed it to her. You do have to actually only get this fruit. Nothing else is going to work. But let's feed it to her. Come on. And we get a level up lollipop, as well as now she loves us for her birthday. Now, can we feed her more for this? That is something that I'm definitely very, very curious about. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get the same exact recipe. So I remember one of them was obviously the sugar apple, and then the rest, or yeah, we also had like a tomato. I believe we also had a cocoa mango. And keep in mind, this is my variation of making it. You can do it in any way. And the last one was a piece of corn. And actually, I'm not going to use that corn. I'm going to use one with more mutations, so we have higher mutation odds. But let's go ahead and throw in everything here, and 88% chance we get a mutation from this, and it only takes 5 minutes, and this guy's on it, so it's gonna go pretty fast. Now, every single NPC in the game, as I mentioned, has their birthday with unique rewards, and specifically for Elle, I don't know why I didn't mention this properly, but as you guys can see, cook a cake for the following rewards actually gives you a Grandmaster Sprinkler, as well as 3 level up lollipops, so there is a bit more. I don't know if you have to do with the specific recipe of 3 bone blossoms or whatever, but we're going to go ahead and keep testing this out to see if I can even feed her more. But here's an in-depth of what all of the NPCs actually give you, as well as the day of their birthdays in game. So for Sam, which is the next one on July 2nd, he is going to be giving us 2 to 3 divine seeds. Yes, you heard that right. And 2 to 3 prismatic seeds. And then Raphael, which is the pet shop, gives us a legendary egg, a mythical egg, and a bug egg. That's pretty cool. And then Isaac, which is the cosmetic. I'm sorry, bro, I don't care about that one. But yes, it gives you some cool little crates. Okay, my candy apple is ready. The first thing I want to do with this is see if I can actually even... Wait, why do I have 2? Bro, unless I'm tripping, I only made 1 so far. But let's go ahead and see. Can I feed it to her? Let's see. Will she accept this? No, can only be fed cake on her birthday. And then let's go ahead and feed this to Raphael, I guess. There we go. He got to level 4. And then you just go to the seed shop. Also feed it to Sam. This should not help you with the birthday rewards, but this will allow you to unlock the tier 2s of their shops. On the other hand, since I am making a specific recipe here, I do want to go and try the one that is supposed to give us a Grandmaster Sprinkler, and I just don't know if I got one. I already have 14 of them, so I honestly was not keeping track, but let's go and test it out. For this method, though, you do quite literally need a banana, which, bro, please tell me it's in stock. I actually don't know how hard it is to get one. Wait, there's no banana. Okay, somehow I have a banana seed, which is all that really matters. That way I won't have to spend any more getting it. But here we go. Let's just go ahead and start watering canning these. I hope this thing grows fast. Okay, yes, it definitely does grow very quickly. That is good. And then the rest of the recipes include a sugar apple and 3 bone blossom seeds. So let's go and get 3 bone blossoms. Not seeds, but just a bone blossom itself. There's 2, and then I need like 2 more. There we go. Actually, we only need 3. Oh my god, this is such a mess. Okay, here we go. Boom. Let's just put in 3 of them. We don't care about the last one. And then we need to just get a sugar apple and wait for the banana to grow. So here we go. There is the sugar apple. And now we need a banana. There we go. Our cake is done cooking. Where is my cake? Okay, there it is. Boom. This time it is a divine, so let's go ahead and try to feed it to her. Can I feed her once again? Because if not, then I'm gonna have to get an alt account to do this with. But here we go. Boom. Let's feed her the cake. And you have already fed her cake. Bro, just eat more. That means I need to get an alt account to do this with. Good thing I didn't start my recipe, so let's go ahead and get my alt and do this again. Okay, here's my alt. New player 72. He is an absolute noob. And as you can tell, he doesn't have a cooking kit. So I'm gonna have to go on this account, get it one, and place it down. So I'll be back in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. He now has one. So I don't think I can actually give him foods and stuff. So what I'm gonna actually do is give him the recipes needed in order to make this. So here's the first bone blossom. And then we're gonna go ahead and offer 2. I believe it was 3 in total, so let's give it all. And then we needed 1 sugar apple, and the last thing we need is just the banana, which hopefully, oh my god, it's almost fully grown. Thank you, bro. We just need to water a little bit more. Maybe it makes it faster. Come on, please. All right, bro, there it is. It's fully grown finally after a billion years. So let's go to my little friend right here and give it to him. Now on my alt account over here, what we're gonna do is put in every single thing. So we got the banana and the bone blossom and the sugar apple. This is the exact recipe. We're just gonna hit the cook button, and now we have to wait because on this account I am very broke and I have no Robux. Please use StarCode num so that way Roblox gives me 5% of the revenue. Thank you. But if you do miss this one, because by the time you guys are seeing this video, there's a very good chance this event is already gone. However, don't worry at all. These come back every single week, I want to say. The birthdays are spread out to the point where, like, they're quarterly, so there's only 4 birthdays. And the update released 2 weeks ago when they introduced birthdays. So in, like, 2 weeks from now, we're gonna have another one, or in, like, even a week, I think. Actually, yeah, it's in July, so the next one should be literally next week at the exact same time you're watching this video. And that'll be for Sam, which then you can get a bunch of really cool rewards, and I think it's just sick. Now, I should mention that I did have this idea video where I was going to say that, like, they should implement a brand new watering can inside the gear shop. Because, as you know, we've gotten so many different types of sprinklers, but not watering cans. And that could have been one of the rewards for the birthdays. But, I mean, hey, a Grandmaster sprinkler is pretty good. This was my idea right here, a gold watering can. I kind of gave it a random description with a prismatic, but this could cost around 20 million shekels. And what this can do is be kind of rare to find inside the shop, but this could make plants gold and speed up their growth. And maybe it has like 5 uses similar to the rest, or it could just literally just be a straight up reward you get from Elle when you feed her for her birthday. But it really doesn't matter what the developers want to make it. I think it'd be really cool to have a new watering can. But oh my gosh, the cake is finally done. And this is actually a transcendent rarity cake. Wait, I should turn up my graphics here. But oh my god. So there is a possibility that you do actually might be getting more rewards if you're feeding something that's transcendent in comparison to everything else. So let's go over here and feed it. Here we go. Let's feed it to Elle, and our rewards. Oh, it is a Grandmaster sprinkler, so I guess it's a choice of what she could give you. But yes, we did quite literally just get a Grandmaster sprinkler. I wish I could give this thing back to my main account, but yeah, no. But let me know what you guys think of these birthdays. I think they're a very cool little addition added to the game that can just make it a tad bit more fun. And I don't think any other game has ever done this. And I mean, it definitely does not hurt to come and get the rewards every so often. But if you enjoyed this video, hurry up and watch this video on the screen right here, because I went ahead and handpicked it for you. I really think you're gonna enjoy it, so hurry up and click it before this video ends. And until then, I'll catch y'all there. Bye. Hurry, click it.